Welcome back to Elden Ring. We're in the Round Table Hold. Came here, I used all the runes I had to upgrade a couple of weapons. We're gonna be testing out the Nox Flowing Sword. This used the Somber Stones to upgrade. It is a +6 weapon. Also used a +7 stone for the Great Bow. And I'm definitely looking forward to having some fun with it. I'm not sure if it's going to happen in this episode, but we'll see. Could even upgrade it further, but I get the feeling that some of these somber stones will end up being somewhat rare. No idea how many we're going to end up finding. This will do for now. I'm going to keep the torch. So there are two things I want to take care of. I said at the end of the previous episode that I'm not going to use the Grand Lift just to access this map fragment, but I realized that a part of the map that has not yet been revealed is technically still the capital outskirts. I want to make sure that there is no other path that I can follow, at least not in the western part of this unexplored area. So we're gonna go to that stone column. We'll see what the map is going to reveal. If there's anything interesting, we'll see. Otherwise, we are going to head back to Liurnia, and I'll explain that in a bit. Just realize that the statues on the medallion are identical. We're slowly ascending. No point in heading back. I can already see some ruins. Beast blood. Glad the game is going to encourage fire blossoms. This is how you normally get them. And these are the mountaintops. Something tells me the area is going to be somewhat there's something down there as well. Can also see a mausoleum way in the distance. That is a message. For a moment I thought it was a summoning sigil, which would make zero sense. That is a spirit. Mountaintops of Giants. So there's more than a single map fragment. More than one, I should say. The blood-soaked... I never examined these. So I am looking for key item. The western mountaintops, marching ground during the war against the giants. They carved winding paths in the cliff walls right up to the summit, leading to the untrodden, slow-laden region beyond. So this is simply the western part. Wonder if this is a church. No, I think some other type of ruins. Now around Leyndell, I honestly do not see much. I believe the map of this area is complete. We can clearly see the path leading to the Eastern Divine Tower, but not much else. And of course, the seal was right here. There's a point of grace and another character. But that is Yura. Is it Yura?
Finally, we meet the Tarnished, the would-be Lord. Oh my. Why the long face? I fear that you were previously acquainted with this vessel. Well, that is most unfortunate. For he is dead. As for his flesh, he gave it to me. Shabriri, I hope you can make your peace with that.
Yura was killed by Eleonora. If I recall correctly, and that is a big if, there was an item description mentioning Shabriri was the most hated or reviled man in the entire history.
You were about to sacrifice something precious, the life of a fair maiden, that you would toss into the fiery forge, only so that you may be Lord. What a horrible thing to ponder. Your ascendancy requires her sacrifice, whether she wishes it or not. But how would the Lord, crowned so, be looked upon?
It's interesting that he says this because it was Melena's idea that we should carry on with this plan. After the defeat of Morgoth, the story took a somewhat confusing, well, maybe not confusing. Confusing is probably not the right term. I'm sure more information will be revealed.
Chosen, tarnished, and would-be Lord, dare to tread the path of true rigor. Spare the poor girl, and singe your own flesh in her stead. If you are prepared to show resolve, and attain lordship through righteous hardship, then heed the words of I, Shabriri. Chosen, tarnished, and would-be Lord, descend into the depths far below the Erdtree capital. Seek audience with the three fingers and the flame of frenzy. If you inherit the flame of frenzy, your flesh will serve as kindling, and the girl can be spared, setting you on the righteous path of lordship, the path of the Lord of Chaos. Burn the Erdtree to the ground and incinerate all that divides and distinguishes. Ah, may chaos take the world. May chaos take the world! chosen tarnished, and would descend into the depths far below the Erdtree capital, seek audience with the Three Fingers and the Flame of Frenzy.
You're going to repeat that. I'm going to assume he means the subterranean hunting ground, the subterranean shunning grounds. I wonder how we access the area below. Looks like a long way down. Can summon some spirit ashes in this area. Zamor ruins. I believe we've fought some ancient heroes of Zamor before. Never activated the Point of Grace. That was a major mistake. There's an ancient hero right there. Maybe the Stormhawk can help us. More fire blossoms, and he's off. These are pretty tough, honestly. We got our 5,000 runes. These will take a while to kill, though. Fire blossoms and rime roa fruit. One more ancient hero. They move so slowly, but then they start attacking so suddenly. Probably be a lot more careful here. We're getting some flasks back. Will take a while to clear the area, which is fine, but I feel we're at the very edge of the zone. I get the feeling I really should not be here. So some of the butterflies. Maybe this is a good opportunity to test some of the... Now we have their attention. That failed spectacularly. Let's try another stone. No, that also failed. There's 2 more of these. I'm not sure how I feel about fighting that many tough enemies. I understand why they allowed you to summon some of the spirits, but Stormhawk is dead. Let's lure it back here. Constantly get staggered out of these attacks. I guess parrying is the only solid method of dealing with these. Could try a shield. Maybe I can even backstab. No, maybe not. Someone behind us. I have no idea how the game expects us to take on that many heroes. I do not see another one around here. Something above. They're not terribly anxious about pursuing us. I think we can use this to our advantage. Sliver of meat. I'm just going to take 4 or 5 of these berries. That is not a good place to fight. Nobody's sneaking up on us. The one up ahead has not noticed us yet. Is there another one? No, there is not. How did that miss? Only need a single more. You can probably jump. Yeah, if you jump, you're completely unaffected by the ground attack. How many did I kill so far? A nice storm. This could be the signature attack. There's one more here. I believe there's one more enemy. Or maybe I dealt with them. Yeah, speaking of another enemy. Let's try to split these two up. We're gonna have a really hard time otherwise. The other one is here too. So far the mountaintops are not exactly welcoming. We're so far away and we'll still almost hit. He fell down. They do stagger, but it's pretty difficult. You're much better off trying to parry these. This is Ancient Hero number 4. Wait, no. Number 6. one more strike. That was a useful message. I'm going to assume that these will never respawn. Otherwise, they would not be exceedingly rare. That is a grand lift. I bet I can use a double jump to reach that area. No real point in doing that, though. Should focus on exploring these ruins. No, he died moving outside. It's the boss of the area I'm mostly worried about. No, there is no boss, at least not in this. Just a normal chest. Another bell bearing. Is this what I think it is? We can buy Smithing Stone 5 and 6. Yeah. So come to this place as soon as you can. Expected that we would have to visit some mine or tunnel. I guess not. Maybe there's nothing to mine in this part of the world. Where was the area with the Stormhawks? It was up here. Wonder what's the point of all these spirits? That looks like... Is that blood? Maybe. People warning about a strong foe ahead. 7 ones, in fact. Was that 7? I want to say it was 7 enemies. Let's explore the immediate area, and we're getting out of here. Definitely something up there. After what I saw here, I'm definitely not in a rush to come to the mountaintops. Could have missed something. I do not see much around here, though. This one looks like a cathedral, but I believe we've been here. We've been... Have I been in here before? There's nothing inside. Expected a powerful enemy around here, but maybe the ancient heroes were strong enough. There's the obelisk and a leaf for us. Where is the grace pointing towards? Maybe to the area past this very narrow passage. Can't even see a telescope. Definitely something over in the distance. Also an area below. But I believe we're done here. I don't want to keep pushing towards whatever it is at the east of here. I want to try the area on the other side of the lift. Almost said the Dectus lift. It's actually the lift of Rold. So no secret entrance, looted an item. Probably froze to death in here. I should say out here. And as for the lift, can hoist the medallion again. This will take us to the Forbidden Lands. I don't believe there's much else to this place, if the map is to be believed. The reason I mentioned that we would head back to Liurnia in the previous episode is because I remembered that at some point we looted an armor set. It was the Finger Maiden armor set. And that was in the area past the village of the Frenzied Flame. It was inside the church, in fact. We were invaded by Vike. Even got a weapon at the end of that fight. And the reason I wanted to test this is because of the cloth that Vare gave us. This was a test. The final trial to be anointed as a knight of Mo the Lord of Blood. He said Luminary Moog. Moog the Lord of Blood. It worked. So when they said any will do, yeah, I guess they were being honest. And it's not that far from the road search either. What is going to happen now, I wonder? The church is probably to the west. Hard to see with all the fog. Wait, that is not the church, right? I do want to read the item description before we hand it to Vare. The final trial is complete. Luminary Mo is going to welcome into his service as a knight who will lay the foundations for his dynasty.
Ah, my lambkin. You've completed your final trial. And with this, you are a formal inductee. A knight who will assist Luminary Moog, the Lord of Blood, in the establishment of a new dynasty. Now, give me your finger. This noble blood will be an immutable badge of honor once it settles inside of you.
I don't like the sound of this. So this is some type of ritual. We can offer a finger. I am not going to do this just yet, though. The game is giving you a choice here. No. We can wait. We can wait at least until I see what the Volcano Manor has to offer. Was definitely an interesting character. The Lord of Blood does not seem like a person you want to normally associate with. Yeah, we're getting out of here. I need to head to the well, handing in the bell bearing can wait. Let's go to the Point of Grace just outside of our height. I have to find this Starfall crater again. Delayed this long enough. The path is just to the north of here. Message from Blythe, and we can head... Hold on, which way is it? Down here, maybe? I don't feel this is going anywhere. Can't see anything below either. Don't tell me I'm stuck here. can descend there normally. But there's nothing else below. Oh, maybe I can wait. Extremely difficult to see. This is why you try to explore during the day. Yeah, this has to be it. This architecture is unlike anything we've seen. What is this then? It's the golden rune. Can use this as a platform, and what about... Maybe this leads nowhere. One more item for us. Soporific grease. The Eternal City of Nokron. It's too quiet here. Is that really an enemy? The blurred bolt. A silver tier husk. Did not even notice it. Can see another. Are these the tiers? Could be a silver tier. Can jump down, we can follow the rooftops. And a rune arc. We're on the right track. I like the area already. The building has completely collapsed. If I head down there, maybe I can... Hold on, maybe I can access this area then? Is that a husk? It is. Let's not fall down there. Can loot this item instead. This is a golden rune 6. And a butterfly. Can enter a building. That's the end of this. Slowly looting the place. Another silver tier husk. And there's one here as well. I'm probably going to miss a lot of these. So what about the area? Wait, it looks like... Just to be sure. Yeah, we took no damage. I really do not want to fight on this narrow path. That is a glowwort. Okay, here we can fight. They're not happy. Just a nerve. This is not what we need right now. Like these torches, they emit a cooler light. He fell down. Terrible shame. Yeah. Somehow that person ended up having 1,600 people applauding the message. Which is an achievement in and of itself. Hopefully no more platforming. Can speak to Melina. I wonder what about.
There is something I'd like to say. My purpose was given to me by my mother, but now I act of my own volition. I have set my heart upon the world that I would have, regardless of my mother's designs. I won't allow anyone to speak ill of that, not even you.
It's already morning. We are underground, so the time of day probably has no real effect on this entire area. I suppose this is the city proper. The Ghost Glovewort Picker's Bell Bearing. I think these are going to help us upgrade the special ashes. This one has a great shield. Let me just test one thing. Do these husks actually respawn? If they do... Remember many of these items from the Siofra River. Feels like a lifetime ago. The enemies definitely respawned. What about... Should I activate this? Might as well. I wonder if we can offer to help people. How will that work? Can use our effigy. I don't really care where it happens. Been a while since I was involved in any cooperation. Invaded some worlds, but these were mostly other characters and not real players. Can get as many of these husks as we want then. So with those, what can I craft? Could definitely craft something to enhance shields. That is a mushroom. No, that is not it. Can boost the guarding ability and all damage negation of shields. Only lasts for a short time. Wonder if you can use the talisman that we have that further increases guarding potential. Was called the Great Shield Talisman. Boost guarding ability. Maybe with these two you can block almost anything. Especially if you use a Great Shield, like the one from the Lane Dell Knights. Terribly heavy though. Someone is using two massive weapons. These are probably scythes. Cannot open this. The Spirit Flame Arrow. I just realized these two were using... That was the inverted Hawk Shield. The emblem of the company of slaves ordered to explore the Eternal City. No idea how they arrived here. We could see all the scaffolding around the Siofa River. Maybe they built... Maybe they built these wooden structures to access it from below. The Starfall crater definitely did not exist before we defeated Radahn. Wonder how they got here. Let's grab all the husks. And another somber stone. Much lower level though. Wonder if we can access that building. No, only rubble inside. I bet there's something back here. There is. Smithing stone 3. So Nokra, the Eternal City. First estimation that is that it's around the same difficulty as the Altus Plateau. It's as difficult as Altus, maybe somewhat easier. Maybe you're meant to come here directly after Caelid. Since we've been there, could follow this path, or maybe this one had a spear. The Great Shield soldier asses. We were hit so many times, and I don't think we had to heal once. So delaying coming here was a large mistake. Can focus on the bright side though. I doubt anything will be a challenge to us. I can see something ahead, but I'm not sure what it is. There's a bridge, and also there's a stake of Marika down here. That is a swordsman from Nox. Did that miss? She's a lot more proficient with that weapon. How did I miss? The Swordstress armor. And a larva tier. Here of all places. I bet I can see the Siofra River below. Not sure exactly where we are, though. We're above the ruins. The elevator led to the area just below. And I spent so many hours here trying to figure out how can I access the city. It's all in the past. Was, I want to say, almost a year ago now. Feel ready for this boss. However, in case things go horribly wrong, which can always happen, let me end the recording here. So we have enough time to focus on what's ahead. We're never summoned, unfortunately. We can withdraw the sign. Okay, I think that stopped. And I believe we're ready. I do want to test the Stone of Gurrank. Unless the boss is a fast, agile enemy, then it's not going to work. Thank you for watching, though. And hopefully I'll see you in the next part, where we continue exploring Nokron. One of my favorite areas. Hope there's a lot more to it.